Anyone that has perused the Amazon site will know that not only does Amazon have all kinds of Chinese knockoff gun parts and accessories, they also have a lot of knockoff blades. And this is one of them. And the reason I'm reviewing this though is, there's ultra crap blades that are knockoffs, and then there's some that's not quite so bad. You just have to be honest with what your uses are. So first off, this is not a heavy duty, heavy use blade. I'll tell you that right now. But most uses that I consider, for me, when I use a blade, I consider moderate to light use. Just moderate stuff around a campfire, maybe as a tackle box blade, just minor things, minor firewood cutting, just little small tasks, and it can double as a self-defense tool if needed. So this guy right here, this is a Sheffield knife. Sheffield makes a lot of different knives, and this one's kind of pretty much, best way to describe it is a K-bar knockoff. So I got this from Amazon. It's a $25 knife, just a little bit less than 25 bucks. So first off, let's talk about the sheath, which is just crap. It's flimsy and it'll kind of do its job, but I don't expect it to last super long. You can't throw it on a belt or whatnot. But what I would do is I'd throw this inside of a pack or something. I don't know if I trust it so much on a belt. The rivets seem strong enough right here. It's just a very flimsy leather-like substance. It's not very well made at all in my opinion. That's just me. The stitching though is decent for what it is. To be fair, the stitching is pretty decent. It's pretty even and it's not too bad. So just to be fair. Now the blade itself, here's the blade. And it's interesting, again, like I said, it's a K-bar knockoff. And, it's certainly not a K-bar. I'll tell you that right now. The blade itself, I'll try and hold it up as best I can here and adjust my light a little bit so that way you're not getting too much glare. But you can see there's the guard. The machine work is rough on the blade itself. The edge is pretty dull. I didn't expect it to have a super sharp edge, but you should be able to sharpen it no problem. The finish, I expect this to rub off after use, but this knife isn't something that I bought with the idea of looking pretty. I mean, you can see right there, there's a lot of finish work that was left not done on this knife, and that's just because of the price. I mean, it's basically a $24, $25 knife. So, as far as using it for campfire tending and minor firewood cutting, bark peeling, using it as a tackle box knife and as a basic self-defense knife, sure. Any heavy stuff, I wouldn't recommend it. It does flex. I can see if I can get it on camera here. Which other knives flex as well. You could take a K-bar and hold it and you'll get a tiny bit of flex out of it. This has a little bit more, but it's not too bad. The grip is pretty good. It's a pretty good grip. The pommel's not too bad. The guard is nice and tight, nice metal guard, which I do like that. I do like a nice metal guard. As far as, will this blade chip? Yeah, I think it will. Most blades like this, it will chip if you use it a whole lot. That's why I'm saying don't use it for heavy use. But again, for the price, 25 bucks or less. For the price, it's awesome. But just to show you comparison, let me grab the K-bar here. And I'll just kind of show the differences, hopefully here on video. So hopefully you can see a little bit right there. There's K-bar versus the Sheffield. The finish work is a lot different. The guard thickness is different as well. And I know this is a tonneau blade K-bar. I know I should get a more like model to compare, but just to kind of show the difference in quality of the blade work and the finish work and whatnot. So this is something that, yeah, you could, if you wanted to buy something, if you were displaying something, yeah, you could do it, but It's not something that I would buy this knife for. This is more of a utilitarian type thing. Something that you don't mind getting it scratched. If you're a big blade person, you don't mind getting it scratched. You don't mind just tearing up the finish and whatnot, doing work. So that's what I recommend it for. But just be careful. This is something that I think if you use it hard enough, you can get it to snap. And I think there have been reviews where this has snapped. So just be careful about it. Don't think you're going to buy a $25 or less blade and think you can just tear it to heck and back. I know there are some reviews that I've read that people have put it through the ringer and it's worked good. And there's some that said it just snapped. It is what it is. I mean, with these things, the biggest thing is the quality control on this stuff. Just like the really inexpensive firearm parts, you may get a good one, you may get a bad one. It just depends on the day of week and who's assembling it. So you just have to keep that in mind. So in all honesty, it's a fun little blade. I like these little budget blades sometimes. It's cool. And as I hopefully can get out and camp this summer, I'll probably take this with and do some neat stuff with it. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Life is life, and it tends to get in the way a lot, but hopefully I can get out and do some more outdoor stuff. So, and I'm going to look and see what other types of sheaths will work on this. I'm imagining that there'll be some K-bar sheaths that'll work pretty good, but I'll look and see what else, because that's one thing I don't like this. I've never been a fan of leather sheaths personally. I like the Kydex ones. So maybe if I can find a Kydex one that this will fit, that's inexpensive, that might be the way to go. So, all right. Feel free to put your comments down below on what you think. Enough yammering out of me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope everyone's staying safe.